Welcome to another episode of SKST Radio, and you're tuned into Small Business Network. And today I have a special treat. I feel like I've been knowing this lady for almost a year now, trying to get her in this studio, and she is finally here, Miss Patricia Crisp. Miss Patricia, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. I'm so excited to have this lady. This lady is phenomenal. Okay, so tell people who you are and what you do.
I am a classical naturopath, meaning that I do all natural healing. And I have a scan. I have clients all over the world. I've been doing virtual for 10, 12 years. I have clients in Africa, Europe, Canada, the islands, and all over this country. But I have a scan, and it's called the NES Provision Scan. And there are 144,000 electrical pathways in the body, the human body field. I scan all of that in less than 10 seconds.
Oh, wow.
And it picks up from the day you were conceived to things that are developing in your body. And it is color coded to tell me two things: what the body's ready to work on, and or what is the root. I had a woman come in, her right shoulder and right hip. Doctors took x-rays, they couldn't find anything. On the scan, her ileocecal valve came up. That's the valve between the large and small intestines. If that were to break down, a person would have celiac or Crohn's disease. But the symptoms are right shoulder pain, right hip pain. That's why it didn't show up. And the body has a specific order that it heals in. When we're born, as we go through life, it puts on layers. When the body heals, it goes back down through the layers. The latest project, someone came to me with arthritis, but they had H. pylori when they got there. So the body wanted to focus on the H. pylori because you've had arthritis for 10 years and you're still here. The H. pylori is the greatest threat. And it heals from the head down and the inside out. So it's color coded to tell me what is the priority. And then on the first screen is polarity. Polarity is the healing field. Mm-hmm. That's the negative and positive ions in the body. They need to be right, spinning, and balanced in order for the body to heal and take in nutrients properly. So I look at polarity first, because if that is out of balance, then nothing can happen. Then the body's on a 24-hour clock, 12-hour day, 12-hour night. Mm-hmm. So it has day and night, and I can see if they are out of balance. And what comes up as out of balance, I have products from the company that will correct them. Then it goes into BFA as the earth. And since we live on the earth, it's nice to be in sync with the earth. And when you aren't, it affects the body and creates certain things. BFA also, the product, removes genetic imprinting. Now, the medical researchers and scientists have proven when the egg was fertilized that became you, you can have 7 generations of stuff from both sides of the family. And in the scan, I can see there's 4 areas. There's one that will tell me if your immune system is negatively impacted by genetics. One will tell me if you came in with heavy metals from family that's negatively impacting your immune system. One will tell me if you came in with unresolved emotional trauma from family. Then one will tell me if there is interference in your nervous system from family. Then it goes into the drivers. There's 15 categories. Unbelievable. There's 15 categories at the organ level. Then the integrators, 15 categories at the tissue level. I can pull up all the organs and all the parts are there, and it's color-coded to show me which are out of balance and which aren't. Then it goes into the terrains. The terrains are 15 categories of microbes. Then it goes into the stars. The stars are a deep subsystem. I can see if you have heavy metals throughout your body at the cellular level. If heavy metals are in your nervous system at the cellular level. If radiation has shut your immune system down. If radiation is throughout your body at the cellular level. If you have seen or heard things that have caused post-traumatic stress, autoimmune, the Krebs cycle, that's the 125-step process that the body goes through to convert the food you're eating into energy. There's 15 categories. Then it goes into nutrition. I can see if a person is lactose or gluten intolerant, or if their immune system is off. This one will come up, and if that comes up, it's telling me that their immune system is off, and how it will show up if they eat or drink something and their nose runs or they get tired. It's telling them that their what they're eating and or drinking is negatively impacting their immune system.
Wow.
I can see there's 3 areas that will tell me if they're absorbing the nutrients of their foods. And then many people take vitamins or minerals. They don't know if they're absorbing them or not. I can see what vitamins and minerals are being absorbed. And if not, then we can see what we can do to get the body doing that. Then it goes into musculoskeletal. So you can see all of that. Then it goes into environmentals. There are 8 categories of radiation.
Wow.
And 9 categories of environmentals. And the environmentals that will tell me what organ or what system is being affected. And then it goes into the chakras, so I can see if the chakras are balanced. And then there may be there's a screen. There may be some things that are blocking a person from manifesting what they want. There's another screen that has 20 different negative core emotions, 20 different negative core beliefs that the subconscious can be operating off of, which is 90 to 95% of all human behavior. And then the 4 parts of the brain actually will show shock trauma. So give a description of a shock trauma the person has gone through and where it's located in the body. So by the time I finish, I know more about whatever. And just because something is natural doesn't make it safe. So I take notes, and I take notes as to what the person, if they have a disease, what it is. And then I test the body to see what the body needs, because just because a product is natural doesn't make it safe for everyone.
Well, see, now I can believe that part. Yeah, my team, I can believe that part. It's amazing that you can do all this and you can tell all this. Why do I need a doctor?
I have a lot of doctors and nurses. Now, I tell people I am not against allopathic medicine. There are things that they can do that I can't. There are things I can do they can't. I'm looking forward to the day in this country when our 2 fields come together. Then we will have an effective healthcare system. If you break your arm, go to the medical doctor, then come to me. I can get you healed quicker.
Wow.
And in Germany, to get a medical degree in Germany and Austria, they have to be trained in my field and the medical field, so you get the best of both worlds.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. So how did you get started into this field?
Okay, well, I was sexually abused from the age of 4 through 12. Actively suicidal from 12 to 22, 22 to 26. I tried to get other people to take me out of here, and that didn't work. So I got straight A's from kindergarten to my doctorate. I got 3 C's. I'm bringing home straight A's. My mother's telling me I could do better. I'm getting raped by 2 family members and 2 men in the neighborhood. So I thought I was broken beyond repair. And when I couldn't get other people to take me out of here, I told the creator, obviously you have me here for a reason. You're going to have to show me. I divorced my husband. I shut down for 3 years and went on a journey of healing me. I had a degree in elementary ed. I opened up a daycare preschool that was open 24/7, 365 days a year for 20 years. The last 10 years, it was a holistic center. And I went back to school. I got a degree in Soc, and I got my associates in Soc, and then a bachelor's in psych. And I'm like, this isn't helping. I want to heal mind, body, spirit. I got certified as an HHP, a holistic health practitioner, which entailed certification in 9 different healing modalities, including traditional Chinese medicine. I got CNHP, a certified natural health practitioner. So that gives
Couldn't figure out what that one was.
Yes,
Thank
certified
you.
natural health practitioner. So that gives me board certification as a drugless practitioner, so I can order from Germany and Canada without having a medical degree. And then I got my master's in holistic psych and my doctorate in naturopathy, and I'm an ordained minister. I did all this to heal me.
Oh my gosh.
And when I went back to, when I got all that done, I told my staff, I said, here, you all continue to teach. I'm going to work with the children holistically. And every child that came to my center that was on medications, their doctors took them off within 3 to 4 months. The parents were coming in, bringing their friends and family. I wasn't charging for the healing. I made enough in my center.
Right.
The FDA inspectors were coming in and bringing their families and friends and stuff. And the creator said, you need to go in private practice. I said, no, I'm making too much money. So 5 years went by. I woke up July 11th, 2007, and I said, I have this much faith, but I can't fight you anymore. You're going to have to show me that this is what I'm supposed to do. Mm-hmm. And that was July 11th. July 13th, I told the state, the parents of my children, and my staff that I was closing. By July 28th, every child had been placed in other schools. Mm-hmm. All my staff, new jobs, one retired, and I sold everything, my business. I said, oh, you weren't joking, were you? And then a couple months later, my sister in Alabama sent me an article about this newspaper reporter that went to this medical doctor that had this scan done by this doctor, and it was so phenomenal. And so I studied that, and then I lived in New South Jersey then. The main office was in Clemens, North Carolina. I went to North Carolina, and I did the weekend training. When I bought the system, the owner, Peter Fraser, was from Australia, mm-hmm. and the main office was in England. You had to be an ND or an MD. He would not sell it to anyone else. And training, maximum 8 people. So it was me, 6 medical doctors, and a nurse. And the instructor told the nurse, she said, you can take the course, but you can't buy the system. She said, no, I work for a doctor. I need to learn it. And so I loved it. And once I went through I was like, oh my gosh, I can see so much in a person. And then the first month I went into private practice. I gave free scans for the first month and just had people buy products. And I was actually doing house visits when I first started. And that's how I went into private practice. And then I was even amazed because obviously the creator is much smarter than I am. Absolutely. But I had no idea how much I understood the human body. And everyone is different. And I can have a 10-minute conversation with people and tell if there's trauma that's unresolved and this, that, and the other, and mm-hmm. all of that. And I have no judgment of anyone. There is no human behavior that I don't understand. I don't condone all behavior, but I understand all of it.
You're amazing.
Thank you.
You are.
Thank you.
Gosh.
And then I just want to bring one thing. There are 3 root emotions. Every disease has an emotional root. Every mm-hmm. organ in the body has an emotional root. Nothing can manifest on this physical plane without it coming from a thought. And there's 3 root emotions: fear, anger, sorrow. All disease comes from fear, anger, sorrow. What surprised me is that I would say 1 in 2 people in this country have the fear. Fear comes from abandonment. Any human being, regardless of ethnicity, gender, or religion, that is not raised with both biological parents in the home every day till they're 18, the body takes it as abandonment. Or if grandparents or siblings die before they're 18. Now, you'll see, I've seen it with parents that worked in the fire department. They have 2 days on, 2 days off. That's mm-hmm. abandonment. Mm-hmm. In the service, they have to do tours. Or a pilot or a truck driver, or they divorce. I was really surprised by that. And when someone's been abandoned, the challenge is trust. They don't trust themselves, therefore they cannot trust others. The antidote is love. They don't love themselves, therefore they cannot give nor receive love. And until or unless they heal that abandonment, they will attract people and situations that will abandon them, and or people and situations they will abandon before they get abandoned. And where it affects them is time. They're anal about being on time or chronically late. And it is amazing. And just whatever age the wound occurred, the person is still that age until they heal. So we have all these wounded children walking around in adult bodies, and people wonder why they're dealing with people like this and that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And if someone comes to me and they've been abandoned, then I'll ask them, who raised your mother? Who raised your father? And we are spiritual beings in a physical body. We are energy. wounds attract, and it's usually the wound of abandonment that attracted, but they hadn't healed it, and the relationship didn't last.
Wow. This lady is knowledge. I mean, oh my gosh. Okay, so I have 1,000 questions at this point, but who? No, that's not how I want to ask the question. So you're there for other beings.
Mm-hmm.
Who's there for you?
The Creator. And the other thing is that when I was a young child, I always knew that the Creator guided me. Mm-hmm. I just thought everyone was like me. It wasn't until I became an adult and people were like, how do you know that? I'm like, no, what? And why don't you know? And they said, you're so weird. And I said, yeah, now they can pay me, come see me. But I don't remember how old I was when I told the Creator, I understand you gave me these gifts and talents and I'm ready to use them. Mm-hmm. But like, I haven't watched the news in over 30 years. Whatever I need to know, the Creator brings to me. Mm-hmm. So I do have some friends that I go to now. As far as health-wise, I do me because I practice what I preach. Mm-hmm. And I went on a journey of healing me first. Before. I didn't even know about naturopathy and this whole field. I went on a journey of healing me before I went into this field. So I just like, okay, make yourself your own client. And I just start doing.
Well, we're not going to go into a commercial break. So what I want you to do, Patricia, tell people how to get in touch with you.
Okay. So my website is PATCRISP as in Peter.com. My email is wellness@patcrisp.com. And my cell phone number is 609-214-4358. My landline phone is 919-381-5585.
I love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, I got 1,000 more questions. But first, I want to let people know that I got a gift today. And this is some wellness water.
Yes.
Tell us about this.
This is live alkaline water. There is a brother Emmanuel, that lives in Yadkinville, North Carolina. And he has an aquifer on his property that's been in his family for 300 years. All he does is runs the water through cheesecloth. And Walmart offered him $36 million. He turned it down. Amazon offered him $25 million. He turned it down. This is the only water, this in Fiji is the only water that I drink. He started, now he has, he allows companies to private label it and ship it out. So you can contact me and I can give you the information so that you can get in touch with him to see if there's a company that is selling it in your state and whatever. But the other thing about water that's important is the body's alkalinity is 7.0. 9.0 pH, 9.5, 10, 10.5 is too alkaline. The body will start making acid to balance it out. This is 8.5. 8.5 is the highest alkalinity that is healthy for the body. The body is 80% alkaline and 20% acidic. If it were 100% alkaline, the brain wouldn't even be able to function. There must be balance for everything to be sustainable. And I use an example that, what is it? I forgot. But yeah, so and they're selling all this 9, 10. No, it's not healthy. So. And even medical doctors, I've gotten reports from medical researchers and scientists saying the same thing. So it's not just my field saying this. They have proven it as well.
Wow. So if I wanted to go into the type of healing that you offer, how would I go about doing that?
Well, now there is a Trinity college, and you can get a degree in naturopathy from them, and they do it online. Mm-hmm. They're out west, but you can do it through them and get it
online.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yep.
So, okay, now, what do you do for fun?
Girl, I love music. I love dancing. I love the water, the beach. And a lot of times I will tell my clients 15-minute brain quiet in nature because their brain in the scan is like purple and stuff. I love nature. So, but I love music. I love dancing. I love the beach. Yeah. I go to pop-up vendors. I love going to pop-up vendors and all of that. Yeah.
Oh, it sounds like fun. She reminds me of Heidi. We have a friend that she does all these different things. I think when you mentioned chakra, that reminded me of her because she's always into the spirit of the world, and she talks about the moon and what this means. And she has an app, and she's just educating you in all this stuff that she knows about the land.
We are in, pardon my language, in first week in October in 2019, I received an article talking about the new decade. And it's like, new decade? But I said, oh, well, yes, 2020 is the end of the decade. The new decade is the creator's new cycle for all mankind. And the creator said, y'all ain't bringing this okie doke BS into my new cycle. I told people that from October of 2019 till January 2020. And the first 3 years of the new cycle, the creator had we are creating heaven here on earth now. Mm-hmm. Everything and anything that is out of balance in everyone's life has come up in these past 3 years to be addressed. No is not an option. Everything and anything in this country that is out of balance is coming up to be addressed, and no is not an option. Viruses, COVID, viruses call for a shift in consciousness. The creator is shifting the consciousness of this country. The last 7 months, what I've been noticing is that people are being removed from people's lives. So a lot of relationships are ending. Some are getting stronger, but whoever, whether it's family, friends, romantic, whoever is not supposed to be in a person's life is being removed. And then January, it really started accelerating. But it's about, every single person in the world is a child of the creator. We can't be better. We can do better, but we can't be better. Many people don't know the difference. But we were put here to enjoy this journey. We were not put here to suffer. And the creator said, okay, y'all gonna get it together.
Well, some can say that it is much better. But some are still experiencing it.
Yeah, because they're not making the changes. And because everything, and the suicide rate has been very high. The death rate in this country the past 3 years has been very high. And now they're starting to talk about it. I noticed it in 2020, and it wasn't from COVID. But some people are choosing not to make the changes. They are choosing to transition. Mm-hmm. And that is their choice. But yeah.
So what are words of wisdom that you can give to people?
No one is broken. No one needs fixing. And everyone can do whatever they want to do. Learn to listen to your heart, not your head. That's why they tell you to think. Mm-hmm. The medical researchers and scientists have proven it's impossible to imprint negativity directly into the heart. The negativity comes from the brain. The brain sends the message down to the heart imprints it on the blood, and it goes throughout the body. So get to the point where you can listen to your heart, because that's where all your satisfaction, joy, everything is going to come from. And there's nothing, everyone is capable of doing everything. Watch your words. I stop people all the time. Every word you speak, every thought you have, your body is listening to and trying to make it happen. Mm-hmm. So people say that they love their child with all their heart. No. Then there's no room to love yourself nor anyone else. Don't love them to death. Love them to the moon and back. Mm-hmm. But words, 10 years I asked Christian, what are the 2 things in the Bible that are required for prayer work? Nobody could tell me. So it's ask and believe. It shows that is how prayer is answered. And that's how everything, the cells in the body pay attention to every word you speak and every thought you have, and is trying to make it happen. And people wonder why their lives are the way that they are, but don't always think about what they're thinking, what they're speaking. And you can just say, cancel that. If you say something or think something, just say, cancel that. That's enough to cancel it.
Cancel that. I love it. Absolutely love it. Oh my gosh, lady, you are like dynamite. I really, really enjoyed meeting you. And this is not the end. This is going to be like the beginning.
Okay.
I would love to have you come back onto the show, but I also want to introduce you to some of the other hosts that we have here, because we do have evangelist Robin Roundtree, and hers is all about healing. Healing for the mind, healing for the soul. I think you guys will have a great conversation, because that's what she's all about. It's all about healing. So what can we do for you? What can we do to make you happy?
Nothing. This was nice, because this is a time for healing. And I get so many people that say, oh, my family, they don't want to heal this. And I said, it's not that they don't want to heal. Many people don't know that they can heal, that their life can be better. So just spreading things like this out so that people say, oh, I can. It's like the scan takes 10 seconds. I allowed 2 hours for my first consultation.
Wow.
My initial consultation. I go over everything in all aspects of their lives and explain the body and how it functions and what they've gone through in their life. So they're like, oh, wow, they can let go of the guilt and the blame and start focusing on healing.
Nice.
Because no one is broken beyond repair.
I love it.
And in the Bible, it says, God will never leave nor forsake you. There is nothing. That's not what's taught in all the churches. But that is what the Bible says. So, yes.
Tell people how to get in touch with you again.
My website is PatCrisp, PATCRISP as in Peter.com. My email is wellness@patcrisp.com. My cell phone is 609-214-4358. And my landline is 919-381-5585.
All right. And so if you go to our YouTube channel, you'll see all that information. You see our address. Everything is there for you to get in contact with this beautiful lady and just make it happen. You know, we're not here alone, and God bring these people to our paths for a reason. So listen, like she said, listen to your heart, listen to your heart first. Don't listen to your mind first. Listen to your heart first. That's what I got out of that.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, guys, it's time to wrap our show up. But until next week, Miss Patricia, tell everyone bye-bye. Bye, guys.